Hello everyone, this is a small tutorial to show you how you can play Crusader Kings 2 without having to watch hours and hours of tutorials or long gameplays. This is just going to cover the basics, but it will allow you to, in a way, dip your toe into the game and start to experiencing it for yourself. So it will cover most of the basics, and it will be not the modded game, but just the base one. It's Crusader Kings 2, and I hope you will like this video. Now, you play Crusader Kings 2 as one person at the time, and if that person dies, you will play as a child of that person, as the son or the daughter. In a way, therefore, you are playing as a dynasty. If the dynasty ends and you don't have sons or daughters that can inherit, the game will be game over. And the same happens if you don't have titles and therefore some territory to inherit, or you simply lose it. If you click on the big face here, this is currently you. Right now I am a duke, and I have these three territories, maybe directly or maybe through some vassals. Here you can see the current statistics of my character. Here some other informations, and here you can see the other personal traits. Here is the family, here the relations with others, here the vassals, and here the court. If the people at court are not happy or not useful, they might start to do plots and so on, and the same can happen with vassals. You should always remember to keep your vassals on the happy side, because if they are not, they will try to backstab you by making revolts or start to act against you. You can have people below you or above you. It will appear here in the case, and the same can be said for people above you. If you want to grow your territory, you have to get some claims. In order to have a claim and therefore a title, there are a few ways. You need a claim if you want to tax something. For example, if I want this territory over here, I need to acquire a claim on this territory, and then I will be able to start a war. If I don't have a claim, I will never be able to start a war or to get this territory in the first place. You can get claims by inheriting it. You can get claims by asking the Pope to attack some people of other religions. Or you can, for example, fabricate it in a way by asking your chancellor. There is also another way, which is by de jure. I will cover this shortly. Now, if you click here, this is the duchy, which is the highest title that I currently have, and is a duchy level title. There is a county that is followed by a duchy, and it is followed usually by a kingdom and then an empire. Now, I currently have this territory, but it is not within the historical boundaries. There is this and then this too, while usually, historically, de jure, it is just these three. It means that I currently have a title that theoretically should include Ferrara, which is this county here, but it doesn't currently have it. Therefore, I have a claim to this territory too. This is another way of getting claims. As you can see, de jure, it also includes that one. And if I click on my character, here you can see the claims that you currently have, and it is automatically here. You can see that if I click war, I can actually attack and go to war because I have a claim on Ferrara. Now, if you want to fabricate a claim, you can go here with the council. You can appoint people that are currently in your court or are basically family with you, and your points are going to be added to this here, which is the personal points of the person, and you can do many things with these people. You can fabricate claims here, you can click on it, I currently cannot because it's the chancellor is around doing other stuff. But if you click here and you click on where you want, it's going to try and fabricate a claim. And these are all actions that you can do. Here there are smaller titles that you can give to people. They might be happy to receive these titles, or maybe sad. Here there are some laws that cover inheritance, the laws relating to the realm, and some obligations that people have with you, or you have with others. Here is the technology. It will usually slowly improve. It's not really a major aspect of the game, so you shouldn't be focused on this. This is the military. If you want to raise the military, click here. Here you will be able to raise the vassals, sorry, the people below you. If you keep them, if you ask the vassals to have the army raised for too long, they might be unhappy. Remember that. And it will, of course, cost money. You can go and just move them around, and that is all there is to war, basically. It's not a big aspect of the game. Once the other opponent cannot fight anymore, it usually ends there, the war. If you want to move over the water, there are some certain places like this line that allow people to move, or you can raise the vessel, move the people inside, and then move the fleet elsewhere and move the people down. This is the Intrigue place. You can do a few events, or here you can choose a plot. You can try, for example, to kill people like your political opponents. You can also jail people and do other stuff. Pay attention to jailing people, because if you jail people, everyone else will start to be scared and they will kind of hate you. So you shouldn't really just send people to prison randomly. There really needs to be a reason, and it's not something that I recommend. You should try to find other ways. Here you can see factions. If you are, for example, in a bigger empire, you can maybe start a faction toward a certain goal, or there are people that might be unhappy with you and they join and create this faction, and once the faction is too strong, they will present you an ultimatum that you should do what they want, and if you don't do it, they will start a revolt. For example, down here, this guy is a king, and in theory should have also all this part and this part here, but he currently does not, because he is in a war currently against another faction, which is this guy that has a big faction. There are also other wars going on. The last thing that I will show you is this, which is the religion part. If you should try to keep the Pope happy, or to keep him at a distance, because he can really do nasty stuff with you. But the most important aspect here is that every religious part, now religion plays differently depending on your culture, but if we play in Europe, which the majority of people do, at least at the beginning, all the bishops are going to pay the taxes that they get to you or the Pope, depending on who they like the most. In this case, this guy likes me the most, so he is going to pay me taxes. And except everybody likes me more than they like the Pope, so everybody pays me, except this guy. So he is going to pay the Pope. I think that we can see it here. Okay, this is the guy that likes the Pope more than me, and so he is not paying me anything. But this guy, for example, he is paying me instead of paying the Pope. If you click here, down here, you can see the income that you are currently receiving. The main way is through taxes. That's how you get income. Now, the last thing that I will mention is that in the case that you don't have enough men to defend your territory and so on, you can actually raise mercenaries. These are people that they are very expensive and you have to keep paying a large amount of money, but they might be worth it to defend your territory and keep you alive. There are also some holy orders in certain periods of times, and they can basically they don't cost money, they cost piety, which is basically how good of a Catholic you are, and they cost a certain amount of money, but they basically cannot fight against the same religion. They have a couple of other informations too that are necessary. Basically, they only fight in crusades, basically. And that is it. That is how you can enjoy the game. Now, the goal shouldn't be to paint the map with your kingdom and have everything, but just playing to a certain way, enjoying and trying to solve the political crisis that from time to time will be presented. Most people really play by playing this fast, then when a situation gets presented, they try and check and solve it. And that is it. That is how this game works in a very short time. There are many things that I skipped over, but I hope that you will like this video for what it is, which is a very early introduction. And that is it. I hope you like this video. Leave a comment below, subscribe, and see you next time.